Hey everybody, it's your boy John, aka Captain Mustache here. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about Valentine's Day, and yes, our special guests, our wives here. And yes, anyways, we're celebrating the love the way married people actually do by translating each other like we're decoding an alien transmission, and then suing Hollywood for giving us rom-com expectations none of us can afford. Husbands speak in shortcuts, wives hear subtitles, and the movies told us one grand gesture fixes everything. Meanwhile, real romance is surviving Tuesday and not getting murdered over the thermostat. Our wives are here, like I just said, so we're doing two things: husband translation service first, and then we're going to do a rom-com romance myths on trial. So wives are present, the court is in session, and we are absolutely in danger. So let's begin.
We're geeks from the multiverse. We've come to unite all geeks. Now it's time to get geeky and dive right in, 'cause we're geeks from the multiverse.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, John, a.k.a. Captain Mustache, and always with me is Mr. Grumpy Beard.
What's up, everybody?
So, yes, our special guests are our lovely wives, Allie and Danielle.
Hello. Yo.
You know what? That's how I do things. Don't judge me on our show, is all I'm going to say. We've been doing this for how long, Matt?
Oh, I don't know.
How long?
A long time.
Actually, tomorrow will be 3 years.
Yes.
So, yes, 3 years. But anyways, yes, we're going to go dive into our Valentine's Day episode because guess what? We've been now doing this, what is it, like the second, third time we've been doing this with you guys?
This is the third.
Third time. So, yes, so we wanted to invite you on and talk about some things, since, at least our, guys here in this section, we want to make sure that we have a translation service, right? Because I feel like wives, right, sometimes don't understand what we mean, but they think something else.
I think what the problem is that most men, I'm not saying every guy,
every guy.
But most men think and talk in black and white, and women are like the full color spectrum. Like if you bought colored pencils, it would be like a million colored pencils, not just like 150.
It's periwinkle, not aqua. Okay.
Those are two
You're right.
very
I don't
different colors.
care, but that's the point. We'd say it's blue, and you'd say it's like a aquamarine whatever, and I'd be like, okay, blue, got it. I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know all the colors. There's so many of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyways, so
exactly why we're doing this translation service.
so we got some rules here. So the biggest thing is, yes, Matt or I will read a phrase, right? So we're saying this. It doesn't matter who's wife A or wife B here. So yes, whoever's the first, so if it was me reading it, Allie would translate, what she actually hears. And then let's say Danielle, in this case, she would add a worse translation or give some kind of direct comeback line. And then both of us have this one sentence that we can either defend ourselves with. So we cannot use TED Talks. We're just hopefully going off the top of the dome here.
We're not doing basically a TED Talk or a lecture on why, why we are saying this line. But
yes, and then the wives end it with a quick button line, and then we move on. So the question is, are you both ready? And again, actually, I was going to say this. If anyone rambles, says translation stands, next.
Yes.
So yes. All right. And actually, do you want to do the next part? Or is that? Oh, never mind.
That's like a non-read part.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyways, yes. So let's start with this. You know what, Matt? I'm going to let you go first.
Oh, you're going to let me?
Oh,
go
yes,
first.
absolutely.
Okay.
I don't want to screw up this time.
I got one.
All right. Here we go.
So the line that I would say, I didn't know it was today.
Oh boy! All right, here we go. Danielle, you're the floor.
So I have to translate what that means?
Yes.
Or what you think it
What
means.
you think I mean by I didn't know it was today?
I don't really care.
Well, I mean, now, Allie, what do you think?
That means to me, like, I have told you 952 times and you have not looked at the calendar or listened to me. So thank you.
All right, man.
And where that's probably true, I also don't have like a Rolodex of a calendar in my head. So I'm pretty simple as a man. So you have to tell me like, hey, this is coming up. If you just tell me and you text me, I'm probably not looking at it. That's it.
You don't text back anyway when I do text you, so I don't
Okay.
even know that you're reading them.
You sure this is a good idea, Matt?
All right. Well, translation stands. I guess.
No, it does
Yes.
not.
I mean, I unfortunately, never mind. Yeah. Anyways, so the next one, we've got time. This is a good one for us.
That means my husband is going to take a 45-minute shower, going to brush his teeth for about 25 minutes, an hour and a half poop,
Oh yeah, an hour and a half.
and then we'll think about getting dressed and then get ready to go.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what? Is that what?
That's
that
why
means?
we're always late, and that's
Oh,
why
is that right?
it's lally time, which really means that I got to tell you that we have to leave 2 hours earlier than we need to.
Oh, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I
what
love you
about
so much.
Oh, hold on. Now I'm curious. What? Go ahead, Danielle. Tell me what do you got there?
Let's see. So we've got time. That means I really don't want to go.
We got time. We don't need to go right now.
We
you
don't
know?
need to go.
So, in one sentence, Matt. Damn.
Well, in a phrase. you
Okay.
can- Whatever.
So, yes, I understand what you mean by lally time. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What I am saying is though
I
is
like that one though.
It's
That
true,
was really
though.
good.
I mean,
That was really good,
but for
Allie.
real, though.
Okay, hold on a second. I mean, depending on what we're doing, we really do usually have a lot of time. It's not even that. It depends on the person's expectations, because depending on the event we're going to, like if we were going to your parents' house, or depending on even my parents' house,
Oh,
yeah.
mm-mm.
What do you mean?
You know that your mom would be so mad if we were an hour and a
Really?
half late
Because-
to anything.
Okay, hold on. Lately, she hasn't been. Lately, she has not been, and she's given us, like, for example, what are we doing tomorrow? We're meeting her for 1:30.
Mm-hmm. So I would like to be there at 1:30.
Okay, and we can literally leave at about 12:30. Does that sound fair?
It depends.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. On how
Translation
fast
translation
you get
stance?
dressed.
Translation stance. We're gonna
It
go.
doesn't-
we're
it
gonna-
absolutely
if
does
we
not.
don't change it now, we're gonna be here all day. So,
Translation doesn't stand.
well, for you it may not, but for the guy, that's what it is right now. Anyways, go ahead, Matt. Pick another one so we can get screwed up some more. It's like,
yeah, this is just a bad husband bashing right here. But all right, we don't need a list.
uh-oh.
We don't need a list.
We don't need a list.
That means we have an unlimited budget.
Oh, yeah, right.
Because that means that we're going to buy everything that we see that we want to buy
Maybe it's on the
in the
list.
store
Maybe it's on
and not remember to buy anything that we actually needed. We don't need a list means that we're coming home from the store with nothing that we actually needed, but everything that we saw that we didn't really need but just wanted.
I can't say shit. We shop without a list all the time.
Well, that is true. That is true. But I mean, we do. The thing is, though, about that is that for us, it's more like, yes, we have our meals, like, and we plan that piece out, and then if there's like snacks or things that we were like, hey, let's think about for other stuff. Like, we mostly worry about dinner because like the breakfast and like the lunch thing, that's depending on what we're trying to do for the week. So again, to each their own on that one. But I know for us, we do have a pretty simple guideline on following that.
How many times have you come home from the store without toilet paper when I've told you when
Oh, here
I
we
text
go.
you
This is-
There we
I
go.
text you we need toilet paper and
Listen.
you come home with like
Translation says.
90,000 things
Listen,
and no toilet
the reason
paper.
why I don't need a list is because I keep a list in my head,
Mm.
and I don't feel like I have to write it down.
That's a scary
That
place to
also
be.
means
No, that's the tism.
Oh boy!
all right. Well, let's move on.
Let's move on. He's like,
John,
"All
it's all
John,
yours now."
Thanks, buddy. Thanks, appreciate that. Now I'm going to say this one, and I already know this one. We'll see. It wasn't that expensive.
Oh my God, that wasn't good.
Yeah, I know. That's the reason why I said it, because I knew she was going to laugh at it. So,
You should have warned me before I put soda in my mouth because
Yeah.
that just came out my nose.
it wasn't that expensive.
I love you so much, but you have every gadget underneath the sun.
Actually,
Oh yeah, you do.
really tell me what I did.
I'm sorry. Did you really need the water flosser? How much did that run you? How long did you keep your PS5 a secret?
Oh, jeez. Oh, when we were dating. We were dating.
Ooh.
hold on a second. Let's
Hold
try this again.
on.
Dating, and that was my money at the time.
It does not matter.
I'm just
Your money
saying.
is my money. My money is my money.
Hold on. Now, yes, but I'm saying before when we were just dating.
How many Amazon packages come in a day for you?
Not lately.
Let's just.
You want to try that again?
I love you so much.
Hold on a second. No, before we move on here, I could say the same things about you. You buy a lot of stuff all the time.
Yeah, but I do run it by you first, and I'm like, hey, by the way, I'm going to spend this much. I just wanted to let you know.
Okay.
You just spend, and then I'll be like, hey, yo, what is this?
Yeah, and I usually save for it. Believe it or not, I do. Actually, I do, but it's okay. But you could think that. Translation, let's move on. It still stands. Anyways, go ahead.
Wait, she didn't actually give a translation.
That's a translation of I just spent a lot of money.
Oh,
I
no.
hope you don't mind.
That's her translation for me.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. I don't know if I really like this game, man.
This game is great.
I don't know if I like it either.
You put it in here.
I know. It was better than what was coming up, though. But
Yeah.
I am going to add one in,
Oh, God.
but it's not going to be a good one for me.
Well, then, good luck for you, bud.
Uh-oh.
It's, I had this.
Oh, boy.
That's the translation is let's see if she buys this. Let's see if she buys this excuse, because he says this all the time, and
I don't say it all the time.
you do say this
I don't
all the
say it all the
time.
time.
Oh no, I had that. I've had that. And I'll be like, yeah, right. I go look in the trash can to find the package because I know he just bought it. I know he just bought it. No.
Okay.
No.
And sometimes I've actually had it for a long time. And
No.
I-
There are
No.
times when I've had something and
No,
just
it's
used
not
it.
true.
I haven't-
It is not
Okay,
true.
You say that.
It's totally not
Hey,
true.
Okay.
He tries to convince me and it doesn't work. It doesn't. I don't believe him.
Oh, did you not see that giant projection screen I had in the backyard? We've had that for
We've
like
had
several
that
years.
forever. It was in the garage.
Oh no, I've had this. No, you have not. No.
I thought you knew.
Yeah, mhm.
It's actually was just chilling underneath the tarp for the longest time.
Yeah, I was hiding in the back of our closet for 6 years.
You didn't know? I thought you knew that by now.
It just so happens that the thing came out like yesterday. But
Yeah, we're right.
yeah,
Exactly.
no
Well,
problem.
we've had it for like 6 years now. It's fine.
I think it's more, to be honest, I think it's more video games. Because, like, you'll be out there and I'll be playing something and it'd be like, where'd you get that? I'm like, oh, I had it. I just don't play it.
Okay, hold on a second, because I know she's looking at me like this. Yes, I'll fine, but at least you're right. I buy it and say, okay, yep, I bought it. That was it. I'm not gonna lie to you about it.
You do.
I don't try to. I'm not trying to be like,
You're like,
hey,
This is a
but
terrible game.
like,
you're the one. Again, I'm blaming you, man.
See,
on this
Matt
one.
forgets that we have a joint account, so I can make a run by and be like, "What is this charge right here?"
mhm.
And be like, "Oh,
I
and
don't
then
know.
he has to like backpedal, and I'll be like, "Was this that thing that you said that we had?"
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
All right, go ahead.
so no, ready? Here's just, I would say, a very simple man thing to say. I forgot. I forgot.
That happened.
Oh, with you? Yeah. Yeah. You are Dory. I love you so much.
Wow.
You are Dory.
Wow.
That's.
Just keep swimming. Just keep
If
swimming.
there's any kids listening to this, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. I'm glad I'm Dory.
I'm so,
Thanks, honey. I'm glad. I never said my memory was the greatest. Okay.
it's awful.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry.
It's
I'm working on
awful.
it. I am working on it, but thank
I
you.
don't know how you can work on your memory, but it's okay.
You actually can. There are studies, but anyways,
But
that's
it's
the
all
point.
right. You know what? I embrace you for what you are, but that translation stands.
Okay, but you know what? See, here's the funny part. Ready? So if I wanted to go even further, so I'd be like, hey, could you solve this math equation?
Oh, that's fucked up.
Oh, is it? Because you just called me damn Dory.
Oh, well, I mean, that's your brain. My brain
Well-
doesn't process numbers.
Well, I'm just asking.
I can do med math.
Yeah, well, okay, I
Put
said
that down in front of me. I can do that.
okay.
I can't do 2 + 2 though.
Yeah, and when I ask you, I'm like, hey, what's the bill come out to? She's like, yeah, hold on a second.
I
Hey,
have I have a calculator for that, okay?
I know, but you wanted to go there. I'm just saying.
No, that's your memory.
Okay.
You forgot. I just can't process. My brain doesn't process like the
it
same way.
doesn't process.
It
okay.
doesn't. You put a book in front of me, I can read that in a
You're
second.
damn right. And if I read a book, I'd be like, well, that's cool. I don't know what the fuck it meant, but that's fine.
Yeah.
When Matt says I forgot, it means I didn't pay attention the first time or I didn't care enough to remember.
Or you tell them when they're playing a video game and they're like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, well,
Well,
listen,
when I'm playing a video game, I'm enthralled in the
it's like,
game.
Yeah.
good luck trying to get our attention. Unless you say, hello, and then I'm like,
It's,
okay.
it's like you when you're playing the games on your phone. I can talk to you
Hey,
and have
hey,
a whole
hey,
conversation,
hey,
and then you'll look up at me
hey.
and go, "What?"
Oh, no, I'm ready? No, wait, because that's very similar to her when it either comes to reading a book or if she was looking at TikTok or something like that, too.
Well, that's why our children know better than to talk to me while I'm on my phone. They wait until my eyes actually meet theirs to tell me stuff.
Am I wrong?
I'm sorry that I'm deaf.
Well, I told you I can get you a hearing aid if you'd like.
No, I'm good. Thank you.
I could turn it up real nice and hard, or you could turn it off and then, whatever.
Yeah, turn it off all the time.
Of course you would.
On the next episode of Geeks from the Multiverse, we're going to bring in a counselor.
And Matt,
All right.
why did you do this?
Yeah, I don't know. It was better than the
Oh.
alternatives.
So this one I think we should both do. Read number 18.
Oh, I'm just going to help a friend real quick.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Exactly.
It was like, that one's a good one to have.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, that's
all I
basically
have
it.
to say. I just look outside and the two of you are out there with the light on.
We're just like, hey,
2:00 in the morning, be like, hey, baby, like you didn't just spend 4 hours talking to each other.
We're just helping a friend real quick. That's all.
Hey.
Then you got to take a break, and then you got to do more talking, and then you go outside, and then you hang out more.
Well, that depends because the last couple times we've been just like hanging out for like a minute, and then we're like, all right, you go home. It's cold outside. I'm not going to stand out there all night. So no. In the summertime, that's different. Right now, no. We're both like, nope. You go home. Have a nice day. Call it a
If
day.
Matt goes to John's house and it's past 5 o'clock, I do not wait up.
Mm-mm.
No.
I'm in bed.
Yeah.
I'm in bed. I'm tucked in by 10.
No.
Like, sorry, I'm not waiting for you guys to be done.
Oh, I
No.
understand.
Nope. Mm-mm.
No, that's why we've been trying to be
I know
nice
better.
and try to do this earlier, like we're doing right now. So you can actually try to spend some time with us, and not wait until 5 o'clock at night.
To be honest, tonight would have been better, just because we have a child
I
running
understand.
amok.
I understand. I'm
Who
well aware.
knows? There's probably poop on the walls. Who knows at this point?
Well, I guess we're gonna find out in a little bit.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna find out.
So I guess the real question is, Matt, do we keep playing this game or do we move on to the rom-com romance myths?
I can probably do one more.
Okay.
I went to ChatGPT to get some more.
Oh,
So
oh God.
Oh, these are
Here
not.
we go.
We didn't prepare these.
You're right.
you can
I'm
just
never,
keep-
I'm never prepared. So
This is all about
perfect because
improv.
it's supposed to be you guys just interpreting what we're saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's real quick. Now, what is this next one that you got?
I'm looking at them. There's a lot of them.
I guess the question is.
So I'm
which one's
just
the
going to
best
choose which one. Let's see. I didn't want to bother you.
one? Oh boy.
You didn't want to bother me.
If you got something to say, Allie, go for it.
I can't think.
I just feel like that one for you is hard because you're always like, well, you're sleeping. I don't want to bother you. But
You're
I'm
right.
like,
I'm
just wake me up.
Genuinely don't want to bother you because why? Hold on.
It's
'cause
more
think about
like
it.
I didn't want to have a fight.
Right. I mean, well, that's what it is. I mean, for us, it's like, I didn't want to bother you because I know how much she works and all this stuff, and I'm trying to be helpful, and I'm not trying to wake her up. And, she's like, well, wake me up. And I'm like, no. I'm like, do I really want to piss you off right now? And do I really want to
Right.
deal with this right now? No. I wanted you to lay down, and I can go back to playing with Matt. Now,
See- Well, see,
I didn't want to bother you is more like I didn't want to interrupt what I was doing and have my peaceful time interrupted by you being in my face and you being in my space.
Well, see, this is one of the things like when I'm like if you're taking a nap and you're
Yeah,
like,
but you
"Hey, can
let me
you-
sleep way too long sometimes.
Can you wake me up at 4:30?" And I'll go in there and I'll be like, "Hey, it's 4:30," and then 5 o'clock comes, 5:15 comes, 5:30 comes, and I go, well, I did my thing. Like, I don't want to keep bothering her.
No, I
You
get
know what I mean?
you're
Like, I don't want
saying.
to keep bothering her, but like, she told me to wake her up at 4:30, and I went in there and I woke her up, like, tried to wake her up, and then she's still like laying there. And then she'll get up and be like,
Why didn't you?
"Why
wake me
didn't
up?"
you get me up?"
Why, I didn't want to bother you. I was trying to let you sleep, and then you're like, "Well, I wanna eat now. Why did you wake me up earlier?" And you're like,
Next time I'll grab the super soaker and you'll get your ass up real fast.
You should be like, ready to lock and load, and they go, yeah, and you can just get her. And then she's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, well, you wanted me to wake
Yeah.
you up.
That's it.
And then our good old rom-com miss.
Yeah. So that was our husband translation service. We're not going to do that game ever
No,
again.
that was probably the worst game for any husband. If you want to play this game, just let us know. We'll send you some of these. Play with your wife and see how that goes.
Yeah. So yeah, we're going to do some rom-com romance myths. There's about 5 of them. And I mean, let's be honest, because rom-coms are basically romance propaganda, right? Like, they sell these tropes that are really cute and pretty on scene, but if you did them in real life, it would just be chaotic.
So this one's an interesting one. So because I feel like this one it depends on the person, and I feel like it depends on what it is that you're actually trying to do. So myth number 1, right? So this grand gestures fix everything, right? So it says, if you do one dramatic thing, show up in the rain, crash the wedding, hold up a boombox, everything resets to 0 and the relationship is healed. Highly doubt that.
Yeah.
highly doubt that's the
highly
case.
unlikely. You might earn some kudo points, but
Yeah, but then
I don't think you're like, oh, everything is back to 0 and your relationship
Yeah.
is fine now.
It would remind me of I Love Lucy and be like, Lucy, you got some splitting to do. There's a lot of shit that you're going to be dealing with in that moment.
Yeah.
And then this one right here. So, why movies love it? It's visual. It's simple. It's a shortcut ending. You can't film 6 months of consistent, effort in a satisfying way, but you can film a big public moment that feels like a win. I mean,
Certainly.
well, true. I mean, the whole point of being in a relationship is it's part of the journey, right? You're part of an adventure. You're always doing stuff. So it's not like you can.
Well, it's
only
like we
film
say
that.
with just Valentine's Day in general. Like, if you're just doing it one day,
Right.
right?
There's
Like,
no point.
you can't just do one grand gesture and think like, oh, everything is fine. We're going to be perfect now. But it's like what this says, a romantic payment to cover the debt of repeated small failures.
And you have to remember, us women have really good memories.
Oh, I'm
Right, John?
very well aware. Yes. Yes. Very, very true. Yes.
Yes.
We remember a lot.
Everything.
Everything.
The weird part is they actually, it's funny because then I'll ask them what they had for breakfast, just like if you ask a guy that's going to be like, I don't really know what I had. But then they're going to say, so you remember that date on January 18th, 1986?
1986.
I'm just
Wow,
throwing a date out.
1986.
Okay. I'm throwing
I was
a date
6 years old.
That was not even a thought.
out. Okay. I'm using a date. It doesn't matter what the date is. The point is you pick a date. They're like, okay, so you remember that time when you flicked the back of my head? I'm still pissed about that. And you're like, what? I flicked the back of your head. Yeah, you did. And then you proceeded to love on this chick.
Because the
and
back
I'm like,
of your head is ridiculous.
Colin. No, but I'm just like,
That's a
and I'm like,
French-ass name.
How the hell do you remember that? And we're just like, why did you like that date particularly? Oh yeah, no. And then I have about 5 more dates I'm going to add on top of that. And you're like, well, shit. Okay, well, what is it now? So what else am I going to get in trouble for? So, right? Because it doesn't that seem how it goes? It just
It does seem that way. But this is like one of those things where, sure, a grand gesture could be okay. But like you said, when we started this, like in some circumstances, it's like if you plan this like big night out and you're like, we're going to do this thing, it's going to be epic all night. And you're putting some real pressure on the other person to like react the right way.
right.
Especially if things are not okay to begin with. Like if things are not okay to begin with and you're like, hey, we're going out, there's a bunch of people that are going to be like, now you are forcing the other person to act.
I'd rather
certain
die.
way.
I'd rather die, to be
But
honest.
would
having
too.
said
Yeah.
that, it is a start. It is
It can be.
it is having, now it's not going to fix everything, but making an effort and doing something. You don't have to do like a huge, grand, big, gigantic thing,
That
but
is what we're talking about, though.
I understand, but like
I'm much better.
there
with,
is a moment that you can look back on and say, you know, when he did that thing, like he was making an effort to try and fix something
right,
that
and this
he
is
did
where it's
wrong.
different. I think I would rather do a series of small gestures
Right.
than like one big grand gesture. And this is what we're talking about: is this one big dramatic thing is going to fix whatever, years, months,
Right.
whatever the problem is, like of problems and issues and these small failures. Sure, it can in some circumstances, depending on what the relationship looks like.
Right.
But I would rather do a series of small gestures
well, right.
over that 6-month period of time, and that's the consistent effort. That's you're making.
Well, yes. I mean that's the
effort.
realistic, expectation for most marriages or relationships. I mean, you should be doing it every day, of some like it again. Keyword should be. But at the end of the day, too, like what Matt was saying, is that with these even big gestures. I mean, when you're looking at them at like some of these rom-coms, like you said, depending on that situation, depending on what it is that's going to make it, you know, worth the while to do it, and especially in real life. I mean, if I did something like that to Allie, so like if I decided to make it more interesting enough for like the way I proposed to her, and like had a big old crowd and like people flying everywhere and they're just doing weird shit and be like, okay, so will you marry me? And then she's gonna be like, huh? And then she says no, or says something else, and then I'm not, I'm thinking, wait, I thought she was gonna say yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not, I would never do that. That's not who we are. But I'm just saying, like that would be the reality, is like putting that added pressure and be like, well, why do I have 500 people staring at me, waiting for me to say yes?
Oh, no, thank you.
Exactly, and that's not realistic, because if you're that kind of person, then that's great. But if you're not, that's not going to work in that sense. And so, like for example,
A simple "I'm sorry" works for me.
well, yes, that is true. Like, let's say I planned a big night out. What would the wife hear? Let's see. We'll say, so you can ignore the last 3 weeks of being checked out.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
sound about right, both of you? If I said, like, if let's say Matt said, oh, I planned a big night out.
Well, that would be under the impression that I was actually checked out.
Yeah, well, that's probably
Yes.
it's like, oh yeah, the last 3
But
weeks.
yeah, I mean, if
Well,
you were
I-
if you were checked out for 3 weeks and you
Well,
weren't
yeah.
really like
If we
there,
had, like, a big
interactive,
Yeah,
Like-
but would I even want to be there?
No.
yeah,
that's,
probably
the,
not.
Like-
that's the question.
Like if
Yeah.
you and I
Yeah.
had gotten to a big fight and you're like, let's do this really like extravagant date night, I would have been like, no thanks.
Right.
No, I
No
got
thanks,
you.
because I don't want to even
Exactly.
like be around you.
Yeah.
Like that would be how it is.
Right, and that's kind of what we're saying. Like saying like, yeah, if you clearly fucked up, then you really think going out for a big night is going to really help the situation?
Mm.
Probably not. Maybe doing a small gesture, maybe doing certain things, maybe
Yeah.
trying to help fix that part of it. That might work better than saying, hey, so I did a fun night. We're going to go mini golfing. We're going to go to the movies. We're going to go to, and then have all this stuff. And then you're like,
And then you're
You mean
just
there's
sitting
more
there
than 2 things
miserable.
we're doing?
Yeah.
That's
No,
bullshit.
thank
Yeah.
you. I have to put
Bullshit.
pants on. I'm out. I'm out.
she's like, listen.
No, it's just a shirt and a diaper. All we need to
Matt,
go out.
Matt, I told you you should have wore your diaper.
You
I told
cannot
know.
walk around like a 2-year-old.
I'm
Okay.
You want to pee in a little potty too?
Oh,
do.
Oh, we do. Bud, we have a whole setup for you here.
Oh, it even has a couple of stairs.
It's like,
Wow.
Great. I know.
Awesome.
Super fancy.
No, but
For those of you at home that can't see what we walked into tonight, that is exactly what John and Allie's 2-year-old was wearing when we walked in the door, and Matt was jealous that he couldn't just walk
Yeah.
around in a shirt and a diaper.
Yeah, and he was like, "What?
gotta
I
wear
can't
friggin' pants.
He's
man.
like, "Man, he's like, you didn't tell me I could wear diapers." I'm like, "Bro, you can wear whatever the hell you want. I can get you the pens, no problem."
Sweet. No, but to move on before we move on to the next one, I mean, what we're really talking about is like, yes, grand gestures on some levels might be okay, but really it should be like consistency and follow through, and not like, oh, I changed my behavior completely 180 from 2 days ago or a day and a half ago, so love me again. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that easy. Like, it
No,
takes
it takes
consistency.
effort.
It takes effort. It takes that follow through.
Now, Matt, what's this last part? Because I really want to hear you say this.
The sexy version of love is reliability.
reliability.
Reliability, baby.
And then they're like, nope.
I just vomited a little bit. in my
Exactly.
mouth.
See, I was like, and nope.
All right. So myth number 2.
All right.
Surprises are always romantic.
No, it's like, I already can tell you right now,
So yeah,
probably not.
what the myth says is that surprise trips, surprise parties, surprise plans equal automatic romance points. So
I like surprises.
I don't.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It's,
It gives
I
me
do
way
like
too much
them.
anxiety.
I like being surprised.
I don't.
yeah,
and see, this is my point. So,
Definitely.
so here's the thing.
Matt does not plan a lot of surprises though, but he is good at surprising me in some ways.
in other
Damn!
words.
No,
Hold on, man.
no,
He's
no,
like,
no.
wait, hold on a second.
No,
Wait.
he is good. He is good. He is good at surprising me
Well, hold on.
and keeping good. He is good at keeping secrets and secretly
don't know if that's a
surprising.
good thing at all.
No, I mean like he'll buy me something and not let on that he has done that, or like he'll set something up for me. I'm just digging
Hold
a
on.
hole.
So what I was going to tell you was, I mean, he's wearing the Incredible Hulk shirt, so that says a lot, doesn't
He
it?
is incredible.
That's all I'm going to say. Now we're going down a rabbit hole. Anyway,
Yes.
so, yeah, so I know I will say this real quick. So when it comes down to surprising her, it's also very hard.
Mhm.
And so, like, for example, when I had to propose to her, like, I had to really...
When you
think-
had to,
Had to
Propose.
propose.
All right,
I had
to.
to.
Okay, you know what?
Shit or
Ladies
get
and
off the
gentlemen, I
pot,
did not
John.
All right.
Shit or get
coerce
off the
this
pot.
man.
Listen before you go down that rabbit hole. Thank you. When I proposed to her, since now you want me to change my wording here, is yes, I had to plan out very methodically on how I was going to do it because she, on the other hand, was very detective-like and was always trying to figure out
I'm
where I kept the ring.
intuitive. Thank you.
Yeah, well, let's put it this way. She kept, you know what she did, Matt? She literally was looking through my dresser. and
I
drawers.
needed socks.
Bullshit. You know what she was doing?
Do you know how cold it was
Hold
down
on.
there? I needed socks for
I
my
understand.
toots.
Hold on. You know what she would do? She'd go, ooh, what do we got here? Ooh, and then she'd start pulling all my, and I'm like, can you stop looking through my
I
crap?
just needed socks.
Yeah, okay. That's what they all say. Anyway, no, no. But the point is like, it's very hard for her to like just accept something that she doesn't know about. So like Christmas, oh my God, man, that is hard because she's always like, so you want to tell me what you got me? And I'm like, no. And then she's like, well, I'll tell you what I got you. And I'm like, no, because I'd rather not know and, be surprised. And she's like, and I'm like,
It makes me itchy.
Well, it
Surprises
does.
make me itchy.
and it makes it harder. So like I said, I mean, depending on the type of person you are, I mean, yeah, I get it. Surprises can be good, and some surprises can be bad. So
Yeah,
it
I
depends
mean-
on how you plan it.
I think when you're looking at surprises in general, especially if like I was doing a surprise, I mean, she likes the surprises. Not that I'm very surprising, but
Well, I don't know, man.
it-
No.
I think there's a level of stress and anxiety that comes to it because it does remove like that. Like I can't control the situation. Like I'm trusting the other person to, be doing something. But like in some of these, like I would never just buy like airplane tickets to go somewhere and then be like, hey, pack a bag, we're leaving. Because you'd be like, I don't even have anything packed.
Aw,
Like, where the hell are we
shucks.
going?
Ah, shicks.
Yeah, man.
And then what you're supposed to say is, we're gonna buy shit on the way. Let's go. And you're like, I don't know. Is that in the budget? We'll see.
And I don't even want to get into the second one because she can say, oh, I'm hungry.
Uh-oh.
And then I'll go, well, where do you want to eat? I don't know. Where do you want to eat? I don't know. Where do I want to eat? I don't know. Where do you want? It's that same rotation every time.
Again, just think of the Notebook, fellas. That's all I gotta say. That one scene.
But I can be like, hey, we're going to dinner here.
What
And
do
then
you
she'd be like, I don't
want?
even really like there. Like, there's nothing I can eat there.
But there is.
But there's food.
There is food, just
Yes.
not puree food. It's like- it's
Leave
like,
the poor man
wow.
alone.
I'm oh, what? So we could bag on me and he can't take one joke?
Do you know how hard that is?
I'm not saying it's not hard. I'd be like, you shitted on me, so I took one.
Shitted? I shitted?
you
You
shitted
shitted
on
on
me.
me.
You
I'm
shitted
gonna
on me and I'm
shit it
gonna
on
shit
you.
And I'm
That's
shitted
right.
on you.
Shitted on you now, anyways. Yeah, no. So I mean, you're right. I mean, surprising is it's what real romance kind of like looks like. I mean, it's not surprised, right? It's anticipation. Plan thing with just enough mystery to be fun, but not enough to feel secure. Or sorry, not enough info to feel secure. There we go. Be ready at 6. We're comfy.
See, I
Trust
think
me.
if you are really going to do this, you have to know the other person.
Well, that's true.
Like you have to know, like
well,
either your husband or your wife. Like you have to know them, because if you're just like, hey, we're doing this, we're going paintballing.
I'm like, hell yeah, let's
What?
go.
Oh yeah,
brother.
no, for sure. That would be so
I'd
much
be
would
fun.
be
like,
fine,
no,
but I couldn't
no.
do-
I'd be like, no, thank you.
I'd be like, shoot me in the head, please.
Shoot me now. Do it. I'll be comfy.
But that would be the thing. Like you can plan something as a surprise and then be like, hey, we're going paintballing tomorrow.
And you're like,
You're
shit.
like, what? I don't even like paint. It's like you have to know what the other person is. You have to know like what would be a surprise for them and not a surprise for you.
Like if you told me, hey, we're gonna go to this bookstore and you can get whatever you want, I'll be like,
All right.
best day ever.
So if I said, hey, we're going to go, I was like, okay, first you're going to go get your hair done. You're going to go get your nails done. You're going to go to the bookstore. You're going to go, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of other places. You're going to
get
go to the
some
makeup store.
coffee.
You're going to go get some coffee. Like if I just started mentioning all this and she said, okay, go
Some
do what you want.
Chipotle.
Hey, ready? And then if I said, I'm going to watch the kid while you go do this. And she's going to go, yeah, all right, let's go.
You wouldn't even be able to say goodbye. It'd be out the door.
You'd be done. He'd be like, see ya. And she wouldn't be
She's in the
back
car.
until like,
hey, where are you? I'm waiting in the car.
no, for in this case, she'd be like, I won't be home until, he goes to bed at 7. So yeah, 6:30. Okay, sounds good.
Mm-mm. I'll see you at 12 a.m.
12 a.m. She's like, you get to do everything. Have a good
See
day.
you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye. That's exactly what she would do. Now,
Yeah.
here's the thing, Danielle. What would be something that if Matt was to surprise you like that, like what would be some things like that?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
I don't know.
Let's go bowling and paintballing.
Let's go
dancing.
I am not going dancing. Sorry.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be like,
I draw the line somewhere. That's dancing.
he's like, let's go square dancing.
No, I think something like that, like get my hair done, get my nails done, probably take me out to a nice dinner, maybe, a show, like,
Like
either a comedy show or a play or a musical or something like that. He would hate it.
Matt's like,
He would hate it.
Well,
But like take me out somewhere nice. Like, get me all dolled up, dressed up, and then take me out on the town.
So
I would love that.
so if Matt brought you to the opera, you would love that?
Not the opera.
Oh, okay.
Maybe a ballet though.
a
I
ballet
would
would,
love a ballet.
ballet would be nice.
Or, like
Oh, ballet. That'd be great for Matt. I love
at
that.
like around Christmas time, like going to like Trans-Siberian Orchestra, because
Yeah,
he would
that
love
be,
that.
That would be awesome.
He would love that. So
All right.
something
like,
we could do together
Yeah.
that he would love.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. You have to know who you're with and what they like, because if you're just planning something, it's
So, Matt, if I was to take you out, we'd be like, all right, let's go. We're going to go to the comic store.
We're gonna go to the movies.
Oh, yes, we are. We're going to go
John.
to
I'm going to
paintballing.
get you to take your hair done.
Oh,
Ooh, he does love to get his
Yes,
hair
yes.
done.
and get your nails done.
See, if
and
you guys went, I think you guys would love to get
we'll
like
get dual massages.
pedicures.
Oh,
or
you
John
better
something.
can't
believe
They
even
would
have his
love
feet
it.
looked at without being ticklish. He
What?
is so ticklish. You look at him the
Really?
wrong way, he's like, boop, that tickles.
See, I tried
Okay,
to take.
first of all,
I
hold on a
tried to
second. The
take
way you
Matt
just
to
said
get.
that-
I tried to take Matt to get a massage, and he could not relax.
Oh,
Oh,
the
I
mas-
can't either.
He
I
could
can go.
not
I
relax.
I
can't
can't
relax.
relax.
Oh, I
for that.
love to get a massage. I
Mm-mm.
love it. He
So-
could
I'm
not.
always
he's
afraid
like,
that I'm gonna fart.
He's like, I
Not gonna
could.
lie to
He's
you.
like, I could not relax
Nope.
enough.
So she
He's like, I hated it.
so she bought me this deep tissue massage, man, and like it felt good after the long haul, but honestly, at first I was like, like where are you hitting me?
Oh,
And
that
I'm
was like the guy in the mall that I sat in the chair, and he was like, I mean, he was digging
He
into
was,
my
like,
soul. Like,
slapping.
he was going deep and hard, and I was like, I don't
He was what?
Hit it hard, baby.
He's going
I don't
deep
think
and
I'm gonna
hard.
live. Like, I think he's going to legit kill me. Like I
He's
think
like, I'm done.
he is touching my soul, and I don't like it.
He's like, stop touching me there.
And I hurt worse afterwards. It was like, oh, it was so bad. Anyways, let's go to myth number 3. That was the door, everybody. That wasn't
Yes.
John.
And that was our son Wyatt. Hey, son. Do you want to say hi?
You want to say hi?
Come here. You get to see for the first time Wyatt Lally. Go ahead, say hi.
You say hi?
Oh, really? Now you're shy? Out of all the times that we've ever done this, you're
It's
now
all right.
shy?
We can continue on.
All right.
You
All
just
right.
sit on my
Keep
lap.
going.
So yeah, myth number 3 is if you really loved me, you'd just know.
Oh, boy. This is a tough one.
This is a tough one,
This is a
and
very
there's
tough
no bashing here. We're not bashing.
No, we are
at
not
all,
bashing.
but-
This is not
No.
bashing.
I know that you cannot read my mind. I
Yeah.
have learned that after 24
Like that.
years.
Just a little air five.
A little over the top.
There you go.
20,
so-
24, 25 years of being together, I have learned that when I need something or I want something, that exactly
right?
Wyatt.
Exactly what I
Exactly
yeah,
what you
that's-
said,
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah,
It
now
took
we
me
can
a
do it.
while to realize that I can't just assume that you know exactly what I'm thinking. And right, Wyatt,
You know,
exactly.
You know what? That's profound.
That is very profound, buddy.
Yeah.
We're so glad that you're here, bud.
So what the myth actually says is true love equals mind reading. If someone has to ask what you want, they don't get you. This in movies makes it okay. It makes it feel magical because it turns love into some kind of destiny instead of work. Like it creates easy conflict. Like you should have known when this is almost, I think, where expectations fall in, right?
Well, I also was going to say this. You're right. I would say about expectations, but the issue is that, when you start a relationship, I feel like, yes, there are going to be expectations in the beginning, and then there's also going to be expectations throughout. But, I think the biggest part about that, though, is that you always have to be fluid because at the same time, yes, there might be some expectations you might do in the beginning, and then as you get older, they might change, and I think that it's hard when you're not, always trying to change certain things, and I think, as we get older, right, like we said, our mindsets might change, like certain things might change with our relationship and how we, deal with certain things.
Right.
I just think that sometimes we forget and we always have these kind of like baseline expectations, but we never seem like as we get older, we don't want to change them. And I think we should because honestly, right, because your lifestyle, your mindsets, your, let's say career progression, all this stuff, it changes over time. You may not start out where you started in the beginning. You might, you could be Matt and you're like, well, we're just going to go be an audio engineer. And that's just for whatever reason, but what I'm saying is whatever that is, like you should always be wanting to change no matter what. And I think it doesn't need to be necessarily just like concrete.
I mean, I think it's like, we don't get into a lot of fights.
Yeah.
I don't remember an actual fight that we've had recently. Like we just don't disagree in a lot. But it's really like that issue of like she's mad at me for a reason. I don't know the reason, but I'm guessing at what the reason is, and it keeps her being mad because I can't figure out what the problem is and why she's actually mad.
Right.
Like this is one of those things, and I think early on we worked on the whole expectation thing, and it was like, yeah, I can't read your mind. I don't know what you're mad about, so you have to tell me in plain English so that my male mind can wrap my head around it instead of just being like, you still don't know, do you? No.
That's why I'm asking you.
That's why I'm having this conversation.
No, and early on we used to have fights and I would be screaming at you and you would look at me and you'd be like, I don't know what you want me to say. And I'd be like, I want you to say what you're thinking and what you're feeling. And I realized that I can't put words in his mouth. I have to literally let him kind of figure it out on his own, but I have to literally tell him exactly how I'm thinking and how I'm feeling and then give him time to process it because I want an instant reaction and that's not who he is or how he is. And sometimes it takes him time to process that. And I realize that I don't always get that answer right away. So, but over the years, I've just had to learn that I can't always get a resolution right away.
Yeah, and I know with like Allie and I, especially now, especially with Wyatt and everything else, is that our expectations clearly. I mean, in the very beginning when we first started, it was, we had our own different. Like we again, I'll say it, like when she was mentioning before about the financial piece, right? I didn't really want to tell her about a whole lot of that stuff because I didn't know how she was going to react, and I realized it was stupid. But that was something I had to work on. And I kept telling her like, hey, like, listen, I'm not trying to lie about this stuff, but I don't want you to be upset if I did buy something
Yeah.
bigger, and it's again with him now, I'm like, yes, we have to both agree on like, hey, we need a new bed for him, or hey, we need this for him, we
Mhm.
need to do this for him. And we'll talk about it, but before it was like, I think when the very beginning we were just like, well, how do we work on that without getting, pissed off or upset with each other, and to make sure that we're both compromising in the situation.
Right.
I feel like we also, in the beginning, didn't really know how to communicate with each other. I didn't know your communication style. You didn't know mine. But now that we've been together for a while, I think we've kind of figured it out.
Well, and that's the other thing about, realistic expectations is that, again, like I was mentioning before, I know you had to go take care of Wyatt, was that, it should always be fluid and never concrete, because there's always things that are going to change. There's always the life expectations, the path, and it's hard to, say, okay, well, this is what it's going to be for the next 50 years, whether you like it or not. And you're like, yeah, I don't think so, pal. You're
Yeah,
like,
I
I don't
don't-
know if I
we
want to
don't
be with
love
you right
that.
now, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just
Yeah.
not realistic.
Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't be assuming or having a lot of, I mean, certain things you can have expectations for, like maybe house chores, but like if you're expecting, like, I need this done, and you're expecting the other person to do it, and then you're pissed off because they didn't, like, that's one of those expectations, like, you have no idea what else I had. I mean, yeah, I guess if I just came home after work and I sat in a chair and I didn't do shit, like, that would be a different thing. But
Hold on.
you also have no idea, like, the other person has no idea what you're doing, what you're thinking about, like, what you're struggling with,
So
unless you actually say it. So assuming that I'm going to, like, hey, I'm going to take out the trash as soon as I get out of work,
well,
it may or may not happen.
Well, so actually, the reason why she looked at me, because there was an example of this. So, like, I came home and I asked her. I said, "Hey, do you need me to do something?" She said, "No." I said, "Okay." So I went to the bathroom. I said, "Do you need me to do anything?" "No." "Okay." I went to go. I did a couple other things, and I said, "Hey, for the third time, do you need me to do anything as of this exact moment?" "No." Now I went into the bedroom. Okay, this is just a story because we're already past all this. I went into the bedroom. I was just laying there for a teeny bit. I came back out and she was upset. She was upset with the fact that I wasn't, there was a couple things that she was doing at the time and she didn't understand what I was doing. And she thought I was just trying to lay there and not, participate in, let's say, family night or function of whatever was going on. And I said, no, I said, I asked you, I went in there for a little bit to calm down, just to relax. And she's like, well, I wasn't relaxing all day. And I said, I know that, you've also had a hard day because, Wyatt, there's times where it's a lot. And so, we're just trying to figure that out too and not, get upset with each other. And she's like, well, I would like to have time alone too. And I said, okay. I said, you're right. I said, I realized that, what I was doing today may not have been as stressful as you, but trying to work that out in the moment, it's like, yeah, I told her originally, I said, no, I'm not trying to upset you. Like, I wasn't trying to not be there for you. That's why I've always made sure when I came home, I'd say, hey, do you need me to do that? Because she does do a lot. And I don't, I never want her to think that, regret wise, like if, how like some husbands, like you said, they'll just sit on their ass, they don't do anything, blah, blah, blah. And they let everyone else do it. And then, so many years later, they're like, I can't even tell you how many times I've had to do this by myself and you're not physically there. And then like, it just kind of just ends up in divorce because there's so much shit. Excuse my language, bud. That happens, right? And so, I told her, I'm like, I never want to be that guy, right? Because like as a husband and as a, a partner, like you're doing this all together. It's not just you or me doing it separately. Like we have to do this to make this happen,
Right. Yeah, and that's that's just what I'm saying is like you can't really make those assumptions or have those like really strong expectations. Like when you get out of work, I am expecting this, and if it doesn't happen the way exactly I'm thinking about it in my head, it's war. You know what I mean? Like you can't go into like having a real romance like that if you're expecting romance because you're just not going to have it.
No, but I do like this, what real romance, looks like. This, the clear ask, honest signals, here's what I need. The romantic part isn't guessing. It's caring enough to respond once you know. And it's
Yeah.
true. Like I do like that. It's simple. I mean, it's not rocket science, right? Because like you said, no one in this room can read each other's minds unless you know them too well. But you're like, hold on. Number
Nope,
two.
I got nothing.
It's like, wait, let's see. You're thinking of going to the bathroom while eating that Hawaiian roll. Okay, gotcha. Anyways, so yes, myth number 4. the right person makes love effortless. So let's see what the myth says here. It says, once you find the one, the relationship runs itself. Conflict means incompatibility. This is a very good one because you know what?
Yes.
It's a lie. It's like- it is a straight up lie because there is nowhere in history that you can't tell me that there are people that are complete opposites that basically they'll fight all the time. And so you're telling me that if you fight, then you're just done. That's just what it is. Love is too tough to handle.
No, and we're all human, so we all have flaws. So there's always going to be conflict. Everybody has their own mind, and we all have differing opinions on different subjects. So there's always going to be some sort of conflict that will arise in some sort of situation.
Oh yeah.
And that's why you work through it. If you've ever been in any type of relationship, whether it be husband and wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, even, brother, sister, mother, son, father, daughter, any type of relationship with another person, there has been a time where conflict has arisen.
No, I
So
agree.
you can't say that all relationships are imperfect and are doomed just because there's a conflict.
No, like I said, I agree with you. It's just like I said. With that being said, that's what this whole thing is that
Right.
we're just stating the fact that you're saying that there can't be conflict, there can't be this. It has to be the most like absolute perfect thing on the planet, and it's
I
like,
think it would be boring if there was never conflict.
of course there'd be
It
boring
would
as hell.
absolutely be boring.
You
if
would already know
everything
how to
was
react.
just like la la la,
Sometimes I just like to push your buttons
Oh,
to see
I'm
how far.
very
I can
well
go.
aware. You like to push my buttons, and guess what? She likes to probably push your buttons pretty often too.
I'm like
oh, it's fun.
I'm like Elf
See?
in the elevator. I press every single button so I can hit every floor.
Oh, I know. And then there's a time where let's say,
It's
okay,
a Christmas tree.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, and then both men are like, okay, all right. You're like, yeah, and then we get to a point where we're like, if you don't knock it the fuck off, look,
Payback.
sorry.
And then I come in, I'm like, what are you gonna do about it? bitch?"
yeah, and then I go, wait, no. And so the worst part is this: is that I do something else, and she's like, but you hurt me, and I'm like, get out of here! That I hurt you.
Abuse.
Yeah, and I'm like, great, just the wrong person to be hearing that. But yeah, and then of course, why does movies, they love this, right? So because movies that end at the beginning and they end as they, they got together, not, navigated budgets, burnout, kids, aging parents, sleep deprivation, none of that crap. Who wants
What's
to deal with that?
sleep?
Well, sleep deprivation, babe.
I don't even know what sleep is.
But you know what sleep deprivation is.
Oh,
It's like, and so, and this is why it would fail in real romance, right? So real relationships require maintenance. They're not just because love is weak, because life is heavy. Effortlessness isn't the goal. It's partnership, right? And so the myth becomes dangerous when people interpret normal friction as failure instead of normal human reality.
Yeah. I mean, it's really, at the end of the day, I mean, we're all adults. We have stressors. We are getting older. We say we are getting older.
He's like, we over here. It's not.
But it's not like,
We old.
it's not like it's how it was when we first dated or when we
course.
first got married. It's different. You have to go through these phases, but it should be teamwork. Like,
Absolutely.
we're working together. It's not like, oh, as soon as this person came in my life is perfect now. It's great.
No.
absolutely not.
Absolutely.
I love you so much, but no.
Oh, I listen. I agree with you.
You see these gray hairs? They're because of you.
Really? You want to talk about grays in front of me and Matt right now? It's like-
I have more.
Matt's old.
I know. Well, okay, but
I'm old.
I don't have grays either, so I'm just saying.
He old.
He old, man.
I mean, you're old too. You're older than me.
Yeah, well, then he's like, well, you're not older than me now. I'm like, yeah, I'm not playing the age game. We're not going to say, hey, how old were you, Matt? And what year were you born? He's like, oh, fuck you.
He's almost 47.
47.
Almost.
He's like, shit up.
Pretty soon. But yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be like, I mean, obviously this says grace and teamwork. A real soulmate moment is we're both tired, but we're still on the same side.
Right.
And I think that's,
Mm,
the
I
best,
like that one.
the best that you
Mhm.
can. I mean, it's definitely not effortless. We said this from the first myth, like you have to put effort in,
Right.
but it's both people putting the same amount of effort.
I love this.
This makes it sound like that one person comes in and they're putting 100% of the effort, and you're just like, hey, my life is great right now.
Well, I love this real life example one. It's we never fight in movies. And here's the reality: because movie cut the scenes that where they argue about dishwasher loading.
I hate the way you load my dishwasher. I hate it.
What are you trying to say there?
You suck at loading the dishes.
Okay, well, at first that's not what I was gathering, but yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
Were you going
Well, I don't
innuendo? Because
know.
you weird.
Well, you said
weirdo.
dishwasher. I don't like the way you load the dishwasher.
I don't.
I don't know.
Nothing ever gets clean.
Actually, I could say the same thing about you, but I'm not going to go there. Anyways, it doesn't matter. We're not here to fight. That's not the point here.
I don't know about that.
Anyways, keep
Happy
going.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, happy Valentine's Day. That's the end of the story here.
All right, number 5.
Number 5. Romance means expensive. Not always. I wouldn't say always. Because the reality is this, right? Before we even get any further, because there's a lot here, is that it depends on what you're trying to do, right? Because like if you're, let's say, going on a vacation, sure, that might be more expensive if that's what you're trying to do, but like, the fancy jewelry, the fancy restaurants, flowers, they can be expensive, but not always. It really just like depends. Like I said, like for her for Christmas, I was thinking, okay, she wants something for, her health and she wants to work on that. And so I was like, okay, let's get an Aura ring. Now, granted, it's a little bit expensive. It's a lot cheaper than trying to buy like, I don't know, let's say, if she wanted a 4-wheeler, I don't know. I'm just throwing things out there. Look, I'm just trying to compare some things here. I'm like, if she wanted something like that, I'd be like, all right, we're
Is
going
that going to be the next? It
Yeah.
wasn't that
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah, right? How about, I'm going to buy myself a 4-wheeler. I'll see you later.
Yeah, right. No, I'm just saying though, like depending on what that is, right? You got to think, okay, is it going to justify the means in some ways? Because like, is it going to be used as often, or is it something that you're just like, oh, that's a play toy. I guess we can use it from here to, sometimes here and there. Like it would just depend on what it is that you're trying to do. But anyways, yes, why do the movies love it? Well, it's aspirational. It looks good on screen. It sells a fantasy lifestyle. It makes more romance visually obvious, no dialogue needed when you've got roses and a skyline restaurant.
I would rather see a real relationship.
Well, again, that's why this is a myth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I want to see you struggle like some of the rest of us do. Oh, yes.
Right.
Well, and this next part is, that expense doesn't equal thoughtfulness. Sometimes big spending is actually avoidance. Like, hey, I bought a thing, so I don't have to do the emotional work. Really. So for real couples, expensive romance can create pressure, resentment, and guilt, especially if money is tight, which for most people,
It is.
money is tight.
Yep,
That's
sure
so-
is. Yeah.
It's like some of these real life examples, like, hey, I got you something big, and then the wife here is cool. Now I'm scared to tell you I didn't want that.
Or actually, this is a good one. Ready? Expensive dinner or plus no childcare plan equals we spent $200 to be stressed in public.
Mm.
It
Wait,
can be.
Well, one, if you're spending $200 on dinner, that's way too far.
It
I-
depends on what it is, though. Because we have. I'm not saying we do it all the time, but
Well, yeah, like the Chop House, definitely, where entrees are $30,
no, you're right.
$40 plus.
But that's not something we would do every weekend or like
No.
do every time either. We would normally go to, Red Robin Young. No, I'm joking. No,
yeah.
I'm joking.
He
both
He
of you.
refuses to go
I'm
there.
joking. No, I'm joking. No, anywhere besides, Red Robin. But, but again, even like, for example, this one, gifts with no intention behind them, it equals this feels like checking a box.
Well, and then I feel like I'm obligated to get you something. That's like me. Because if like you get me something randomly, I'm going to be like, oh, well, now I have to like one-up him
Well,
sometimes.
Well, it shouldn't be even a competition. If you're trying to, let's say, surprise, right, somebody, then, it's just something that spur out of the moment, depending on what that is. If that's something you've been waiting for a long time.
It makes me itchy.
I know, and makes you itchy. She would be like, oh, that's so lovely, Matt. And she's like, actually, I'm going to go back and return this to Kohl's. I think that's where you got it. I'm joking. I don't really know if that's the case.
No, it's
No, that's not the case. Okay.
usually if I'm buying a gift, there's intention behind it, and not that kind of intention. I know what you're thinking, John. No, but there's an intention behind it. Like I think if I'm a gift giver, like I don't give gifts to everybody.
Whoa, I would hope not.
But like if I'm getting her a gift, like there's an intention behind. Like, there's definitely intention behind it.
There's
It's not like I'm just.
intention.
Nice.
It's not like I'm just buying. Like, hey, I just buy you this because well, it was
I need the
it was
thing,
on the
you know?
shelf, and I
Oh.
was like, hey, yeah. No, I mean, I'm buying something because I care, or she was looking for it, or there's always like an intention behind what I'm buying. So,
True.
and I think the past few years I've been a pretty decent gift giver.
You are. You
Yeah,
do very
so
well
start
in
with a
that
D?
department. No.
I'm joking. I'm joking. All I said was
John.
what? I was joking.
John.
The gift that keeps on giving. Anyways, no.
Ew,
I'm joking.
stop.
I'm joking. It was a joke. Anyways, I'm joking, guys. It's
No,
okay.
but I mean, it goes back to what I said before: is it's knowing the person you're with. It's having that precision. Smaller things with more intention is much better. And you guys actually said this already, like a planned hour just alone.
Right.
Like, and when I was working at the Metro as a counselor, like
True.
it was that, that for me was, I just need to be left alone for a little period of time. Like, I can't recharge when like everybody's like there. So for me, it's like I need that little break, or getting a favorite snack. Like Valentine's Day, I got you that, gummy bear.
Gummy bears.
And they're not very expensive. But it's
But
just,
he knows that I like them.
right.
Okay.
Or you're doing a chore, or you write notes. I used to do that a lot
Mm-hmm.
earlier on. Like I would, when I was
Used
going to work,
to
like I
is
would
the
go.
operative word. Used to.
I would put one in her car. She would see one on the counter or something, and I would maybe get like one of those long cards that are like all lovey dovey. Like I would get one of those, and
he's like, so
He
you
is
do
the
that?
hopeless romantic.
So
Don't
yes,
let the gruff exterior fool you.
he's a giant teddy bear.
No, he's just grumpy.
Grumpy beard, I tell you. No. I mean, I'll admit, I do this. I was about to say used to as well, and I know I need to work on that some more. I know she may not say that, but she does it for me, and I feel like that's a nice gesture to give
That
back.
just is my love language. Acts of service
I know.
and gift giving is my love language.
For me,
I like to make you breakfast in the morning before you go to work.
and I never ask her to, and I always
Mm.
say nope. I said you don't have to do that, and she's like, nope, I want to, and I said okay, well I appreciate.
see,
it.
I mean, it's
Hey,
things
put
like
your
that.
foot
Like
on.
it's a smaller gestures, and that's what I was saying. We said this before already.
Right. No,
I
we
mean,
did.
It's like repeating ourselves, but it's those small gestures. They don't cost a whole lot to do.
Right.
Some cost nothing. I mean, to write notes, yeah, maybe you have to go out and get the paper to write
Yeah,
the notes on, but
but it's the time,
Right.
but we should have the time to do so.
Yeah.
In the reality, but yes. So what actually works, man?
so yeah, I mean, the purpose is like you end with value, so it doesn't feel like we're just pure dunking on these movies, but clarity beats guessing. And we've said most of this already in this episode, but it's here's what I want, here's what I don't. Like you need to make that clear. Like you can't just assume people know what you want. I mean, that goes not just with your significant others. I think that just goes in life. Like if you're not saying like, here's what I want, here's what I don't.
Yeah.
You know?
True. And then, of course, we've already said this too, but consistency beats grand gestures, and also the small daily respect, that, makes that one huge moment, especially, if it's worth, doing all that. So like, you're right. Like if you do all the, like opening the door, like, in this case, making sure your wife is good. I don't know, like let's say she's sick, or let's say, make sure she's tucked in at night.
Yeah,
or,
just tuck me into
you know,
bed.
or
Thank you.
so like the little things, like that's fine. And then, the big moments, you're like, oh, and she's like, well, why did, so like sometimes she'll go, I just want to like give you a hug real quick. And I said, why? She's like, just because, I want to have you hold me and do all that. And I mean, everyone's like, well, that's not really a huge moment. I'm like, well, it can be. I said, because he's cock blocking, man. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Wow. Yes, I said it.
Wow.
That's aggressive.
Well, he kind of is sometimes, and I love you, son. It's like- so there's times like that where, it's nice to spend some time with your wife or significant other,
Yeah.
depending on that. So I love our son. Relax.
I just want
He doesn't know what it means. It's fine.
Yeah. So number 3 is planning the romance like adults. schedule it, protect it. Don't pretend spontaneity is always possible, because let's face it, spontaneity is not always possible. And you should schedule it, protect it, make sure that you're actually, as a married couple, or even if you're dating, like, you need to go out and spend time with just each other and not with your kids.
Or
And I'm not saying the kids are not important. I mean, ours are adults, so we don't care about them anymore. But
we don't really care.
you can fend for yourself. Go do it.
Just figure it out.
But no, you need to
We don't care about them
you
anymore.
you need to go out. You need to.
That is not
worry.
true. We love you.
What children?
What do you
children?
mean? Are you talking about?
But you need to go out, and you need to not worry about your kids. Your kids will always be there 24/7 all the time.
Yeah. Or if
And
you have dog kids.
Spending a couple hours, even if it is just one singular hour, but spending a couple hours just by yourselves is pretty big. So you need to plan
Well,
romance like adults that you are.
I was going to say, wasn't there there's a rule. It's the 7-7-7 rule. Every 7 days, try to go on a date. Every, what is it, like 7 months?
Mm-hmm.
Something, I don't know. There's like a certain rule or whatever, but it's a marriage rule. You should go out like every 7 days on a date. I think it's like every 7 years go on a. Well, actually, I think that's a little
Matt's
too.
All right,
long.
I have it right
Matt's
here.
looking it
So
up.
every 7 days, date night, uninterrupted, focused time together, such as dinner, walk, or a movie, or foster emotional intimacy.
Yeah.
Every 7 weeks, a weekend
Oh, there you go.
getaway.
Yep.
A short one-night staycation or trip to break the routine, often aimed at rekindling intimacy and playfulness. Every 7 months, a vacation, longer, more significant, or romantic trip to connect deeply and reflect on the relationship.
There you go. So that's a little
There it is.
7-7-7 rule.
777.
Now, realistically, does everyone do that? No.
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 Isn't that would be nice? but
Financially,
Yeah,
I don't
financially,
think
no.
anybody can do that.
not even nowadays. Could you try? Sure.
Yeah.
But at least it's a nice thing to keep in mind. But
But
then
this is the thing, again, you have to plan. You can't just be like, hey, it's 7 months, we're going on vacation now.
let's go do this.
All right, bye.
Bye. And then the no go zone. There we go. Geez, that's a lot to say. Well, that's what it says. No
No, the
no-go
no-go
zone.
zone.
That's what it says. What stresses your spouse out? So like surprises, public stuff, money guilt.
Oh, that's D, all the above.
D, everything. So no, I mean, it's
What stresses you out? Yes.
yes, yes. No, but it's true. I mean, because like you got to figure out like like you said, like knowing what can you do, especially when you're spending those times, whether you're planning it or not, depending on those moments, right? You need to know what is going to be worth your time.
Right.
What's something you're going to make special out of that.
Yeah. I mean, we can't reiterate that enough.
No, I
think.
know.
Like,
I'm
you
not
have
going to reiterate it.
You have
but-
to know like what stresses your spouse out.
Did you just say special?
Special.
Anyways,
So the last one is repair fast. So if there's a problem, you need to apologize quickly instead of proving that you're right or letting it go for weeks or days or months or years.
see, I will admit though, for us, for the most part, there are very
Mhm.
few times that we actually let things go for longer periods of time. We do
Oh, no,
try
no,
to.
I lose it
we
too fast.
Well, the issue is we do always try to say, hey, you know what, let's actually not go to bed angry, right, and try to apologize during that time frame because it's also still fresh in our mind. But like I understand there are other times where it's hard to want to apologize, and it because let's say it's something big, and that it's something that you can't
Yeah.
necessarily apologize for. Or at least in that, let's say a short amount of time. It might take
Well,
a long time.
I mean, it would be as quickly as you can.
No, I know.
You know what I
but
mean?
just,
It's not like, oh, I did this thing wrong, but I'm going to try to prove that it wasn't wrong, even though I know it's wrong,
yeah.
and let it just because for women it's gonna stew and marinate
We're correct. A lot longer.
for a lot longer, and then
Mhm.
just simple saying I'm sorry isn't gonna cut it anymore.
No.
Like, you're gonna have to work 3 times as
I'm gonna
hard.
need you on your knees, groveling.
Yeah, see that? Yeah. I'm going to make you work tonight.
Oh, hey, why do you keep going that direction?
I didn't say anything. I said you're going to make you work
Weirdo.
tonight. And that's it. You took it the other way. Anyways, you did.
Ay, ay, ay.
Anyways. So yes, let's close this up. I think we've had enough of this whole Valentine's Day roasting that Matt and I have gotten. Um, so yes, Valentine's isn't about perfect romance, right? So it's about staying on the same team. That's a good one. While you're clearly speaking different dialects of English, yes. And to the wives, thank you for translating us and still choosing to remain married after hearing these receipts out loud. And to the husbands, learn the holy rules, say the number, give a time, stop saying later, follow the blueprint, and happy Valentine's.
Boom.
And that's how we do it. Now, but real quick, what did you guys think? Did you think that we talked about a lot of good stuff? You know, as husbands here, you know, did you just say that this was?
No,
just a
I
bunch
think
of
it was
BS?
very good.
Okay.
I think it was
I have to say,
very
this was
helpful.
probably my favorite topic of the
Wow.
2 years
Yeah.
that we've
Oh,
done.
really? Or is it because you were roasting us?
No, well, no,
Well,
no.
Well, there's a combo
The,
with that.
There's a
the
little bit.
roasting happened last year with your pickup lines because those were horrendous.
Very
I was never. I
awful.
never said I was
But
the greatest.
I feel like we had more.
This is why I'm wearing the Hulk shirt today.
You better
Stop
be
it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
No, I just feel like this was a good
Good topic.
topic. Good topic this year.
Good.
Good
It was very
job,
good.
guys.
Yes.
Thank you.
You know what? I'll
Golf
give,
clap.
Thanks for
I'll give the credit to Matt because he was the one that
thanks for hosting us in my own house.
No, I mean, I think it's necessary for us to do stuff like this with you guys, and we've even said you're more than welcome to join us again. And you're like, yeah, but we're going to talk about Harry Potter, and Matt's like, I'm not going to join the conversation, but
Hell
sure.
no.
I feel
Hell no.
you need to have an episode for your bookie girls.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Are you saying the ladies are going to take over?
I think the books that Danielle and I read are very different.
You know what's weird though? Matt's going to have to be in the room. All right, at least Matt has to. At least
I'm
be
going to
in the room.
have to because I have to run all this stuff.
And so that means he's not going to speak at all.
Perfect.
He's like, great.
In
John-
which ways can I make Matt feel uncomfortable?
You know what's even worse is that Matt's like, no, John, we're both not going to speak, and we're just going to let them talk. And then I'm like, I don't think that's a really good idea.
Hey, we could have my friend Jackie on. She reads a lot of books.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
boy.
Oh, boy.
And she knows a lot about
Well,
Harry
I was going to
Potter,
say this,
too.
Matt. What you could do is you could set up a little station over here, and then she could bring her friend too. Her name, Corinne,
Ah,
and then all four of them could speak, and I'd be like, oh, here we go. Have fun.
please stop.
Yes, it's okay, but we're about to be done in a minute. Do not touch that. It's very expensive.
Can you
Okay.
say bye-bye?
Bye, bye, buddy. We love you.
All right. So do you want to give the
Yes.
closing?
Yes, we're gonna do the closing real quick. So yes, we appreciate you guys coming on. It is always an honor.
Thank
You're
you for ha-
welcome.
Thank
Yeah,
you for
welcome.
having us.
Well, see, and this is why we were glad we were able to do it, even though Matt was like, yeah, let's just roast each other. That's fine. Let's just do it. Anyways, before we get going, yes, we're going to talk about the website real quick. So you can go on geeksfromthemultiverse.com, check us out. You can always check us, through all the episodes we do, especially like Evolve or, especially the merch store that, Matt always has on there as well. Check us out on there. Also, all the, the different Instagram, TikTok, all that fun stuff, go on there, follow us. I'm going to say it, Matt, fist bump. We're going to do follow, interact, subscribe, and tell your friends. All right. So just keep doing
There you
that.
go.
2 dudes and 2 different mics. We can't do this by ourselves, man. I'm just saying. And I guess two different ladies on 2 different mics here too. We can't do it all together. We got to have you guys, help us out here. But anyways, until next time, boys and girls.